Welcome, dear friend. Settle in now, somewhere soft and warm. Find your place of comfort, wherever that may be, and let the outside world grow distant and quiet. Dim the lights if you wish. Let the sounds around you soften. Tonight, we journey together into the gentle mystery of why our beloved dogs seek the comfort of small, cozy spaces, why they burrow under blankets and wedge themselves into corners, why they circle before lying down. This is a story written in fur and instinct, spanning thousands upon thousands of years. A story of warmth, of trust, and of the beautiful bond between two species who found each other in the darkness of ancient times. There is something deeply beautiful about watching a dog nestle into a blanket, circling once, twice, 3 times before finally settling down with a long, contented sigh. It is a ritual as old as time itself. Watch your companion now if they rest beside you. See how their body softens, muscle by muscle. See how their breath begins to slow, growing deeper and more peaceful with each exhale. Their eyes may grow heavy, blinking slowly, then staying closed longer and longer. This simple act, so common that we might barely notice it, connects them to ancestors who roamed wild lands under ancient stars, who knew that the right spot, the perfect hollow, could mean everything. You see, your dog carries within them the echoes of a time when survival meant finding shelter from wind and weather, from rain and cold, and the chill of endless nights. When the world was vast and wild and filled with the unknown, small spaces meant safety. They meant warmth gathered close instead of scattered to the wind. They meant a place where sleep could come without worry, where the body could truly rest and heal. And that memory lives on, soft and warm, in every burrow and nest your dog creates today. It lives in their very bones. It guides their paws when they dig at bedding. It tells them which corner feels just right. So settle in now with your furry friend. Let them rest beside you, or perhaps upon your feet where they can feel your warmth, or curled in their favorite spot across the room where they can see you and know you are near. Let us explore this gentle science together, you and I and your sleeping companion. Perhaps they are already finding their perfect spot, that special place where they feel most at ease, most held by the world around them. Watch them if you can, without disturbing their settling. Notice the small adjustments they make. Let your breath slow, and theirs will follow in time. Let the rhythm of this evening carry you both toward peace, toward stillness, toward rest. The bond between humans and dogs stretches back somewhere between 15,000 and 40,000 years. Scientists still gently debate the exact timing, studying ancient bones and genetic traces, but all agree it was very, very long ago. Imagine that vast stretch of time. Imagine countless generations of our ancestors sharing warmth with their ancestors, human hands resting on furry sides, much as yours might rest on your dog tonight. Picture them huddled together through long, quiet nights when the world outside was dark and cold and full of unknown sounds. In that darkness, in that cold, something beautiful was born between two species who needed each other. A friendship that would span millennia. A bond that would change both species forever. In those early times, both species learned to trust one another slowly, gently, over many generations. Humans offered food and companionship, scraps from their meals, and space by their fires. Early dogs offered warmth, alertness, and a gentle presence in the darkness. They offered eyes that watched while humans slept, ears that heard what human ears could not. Together, they found something neither had alone, a sense of home, a sense of belonging, a sense that in this vast and sometimes frightening world, they were not alone. This mutual comfort shaped both our species in beautiful, lasting ways. Dogs learned to read our emotions, to sense our moods before we even understood them ourselves. They learned to offer solace without words, comfort without conditions. And we learned to find peace in their steady breathing, in their soft warmth against us in the quiet hours. We learned that there is a kind of love that does not need language, a love that speaks in shared heartbeats and gentle sighs. And so tonight, as your companion settles near you, know that you are continuing a tradition older than written language, older than cities, older than agriculture, older than almost anything we call civilization. This quiet moment together is ancient and sacred, passed down through countless generations of humans and dogs who found comfort in each other's presence. You are part of something beautiful, something timeless, something that began around a fire long, long ago. Now let us explore what scientists call the denning instinct. It is a gentle urge, written deep within your dog's very being, inscribed in the very structure of their brain, in pathways of neurons that have been passed down through countless generations. When they crawl beneath a table or burrow under covers, when they squeeze into the space behind the couch or wedge themselves between furniture and wall, they are listening to whispers from long ago. They are following a map that was drawn before they were born, before their parents were born, before countless generations of their kind walked this earth. This instinct does not need to be taught. It simply awakens when the time is right, when tiredness comes and the body seeks its refuge. The ancestors of our dogs, the gray wolves who still roam quiet forests and open tundras today, are natural den dwellers who understand the value of enclosed spaces. Mother wolves dig snug burrows in soft earth to shelter their young during those vulnerable first weeks of life when the pups cannot yet regulate their own temperature, when they cannot yet see or hear, when the world is nothing but warmth and milk and mother's heartbeat. These dens are small, enclosed, and wonderfully secure. They are places where new life can unfold safely, where tiny paws can learn to walk, where small eyes can open to a world that begins with warmth and closeness. This is where the story of dead loving begins. This is the first chapter in a book that your dog is still reading. A wolf den is typically only about 4 feet wide and perhaps 6 to 8 feet deep. Just enough room for a mother and her little ones, no more and no less. Not grand, not spacious, simply perfect for its purpose. The earthen walls embrace them softly on all sides, holding in warmth that radiates from sleeping bodies and keeping out the chill of the wider world beyond. The ceiling hovers close and comforting overhead, low enough to feel protective, but high enough to breathe easily. The air inside is warm and carries the scent of family. In this small, sacred space, wolf pups learn their very first lesson about the world, that enclosed spaces mean love, that closeness means safety, that the world, when it is small enough, can be completely trusted. This snug enclosure serves many gentle purposes, each one contributing to survival and to comfort in ways both large and small. It maintains a steady, comfortable temperature throughout the day and night, cooler than the summer sun beating down above, warmer than the winter winds that sweep across the open land. It muffles the sounds of the wide world outside, creating a bubble of quiet where startling noises become soft whispers. It creates a boundary between the vastness out there, with all its uncertainties and potential threats, and the safety within these earthen walls. In a den, a wolf can truly rest without vigilance, and that rest allows for growth, for healing, for the deep cellular repair that only peaceful sleep provides. Your dog, no matter how many generations removed from those wild ancestors, no matter how different their life may be from those ancient wolves, still carries this wisdom in their heart and in the very structure of their brain. It flows through their blood and lives in their bones and guides their paws to soft places. The desire for a small, safe space is not learned from you or from any trainer or from any experience in their short life. It simply is. It is as natural as breathing, as natural as the beating of their heart, as natural as dreaming, as natural as the love they feel when they look at you with those soft eyes. This instinct is a gift from the past, a present from ancestors who wanted their descendants to feel safe, and it shapes how they experience comfort in your home every single day. When your dog pushes their nose under a pillow, they are building a tiny den with the materials available to them. When they circle in their bed, once and twice and perhaps 3 times, they are smoothing the earth that is no longer there, the grass that has not grown beneath them for thousands of years, but which their body still remembers. When they dig at their blankets with determined paws, they are excavating a burrow that exists only in ancient memory, in the oldest parts of their brain. These behaviors are love letters from the past, written in movement and gesture rather than words. They are the way your dog says, "I am doing what my ancestors taught me. I am making myself safe. I am preparing for rest in the way that has always worked." Scientists have observed that this circling behavior, which we see so often before sleep, and which seems so mysterious at first, may have helped wild canines flatten grass and check for anything uncomfortable in their resting spot. Perhaps a twig beneath their ribs that would poke them through the night. Perhaps a rock that would disturb their slumber. Perhaps a snake or spider hiding in the grass that needed to be scared away before rest could safely come. 3 turns, 4 turns, until the ground felt right beneath their paws and body. Today, your dog circles on the softest of beds, beds that need no flattening and harbor no hidden dangers, honoring an ancient ritual that their body simply cannot forget. And perhaps that is beautiful. Perhaps it is a dance with history that we are privileged to witness. Some dogs dig at their beds or blankets before lying down, scratching and pawing at the fabric with focused concentration until something invisible to us is satisfied. This too is a gentle echo of den making, of preparing the earth with strong paws, of getting everything just exactly right before committing to rest. They are preparing their space with ancient care passed down through countless generations of dog mothers teaching their pups, making it exactly as it needs to be. They are creating the perfect hollow to hold their weary body, to cradle them through the hours of sleep ahead. It is their nightly ritual, as meaningful to them as any bedtime ritual is to us. Perhaps more so, for it connects them to something vast and old. Watch your sleeping companion now, if they rest beside you or somewhere nearby, or across the room in their favorite spot. Notice how they have chosen their spot with care, with instinct, with the wisdom of generations guiding them to exactly the right place. Perhaps they are curled tight in a ball, nose to tail, conserving warmth as their ancestors did on cold nights when heat was precious and not to be wasted. Perhaps they are stretched long with a contented sigh, fully trusting the safety of their space, every muscle released and relaxed. Each position tells a story of comfort and trust that goes back thousands of years. Each position speaks of a creature who feels, in this moment, completely at home, completely at peace, completely loved and safe. Let us now turn to the gentle science of what happens in your dog's brain when they find their perfect cozy spot, when they settle into that place that feels just right. This is where ancient instinct meets modern neuroscience, where behavior meets biology in ways that scientists are only beginning to fully understand. When surrounded by soft, enclosed comfort, when the world shrinks to a manageable size, something beautiful unfolds within their nervous system. Signals begin to flow along well-worn pathways. Hormones begin to shift from alertness to rest. The whole body begins to change in ways that prepare it for the deepest, most restorative sleep possible. Deep within every mammal's brain, including your dog's and your own, lies a system devoted to sensing safety, to constantly asking the question, is this moment safe? Scientists sometimes call it the social engagement system or the polyvagal system, and it operates below the level of conscious thought. When the body feels enclosed and protected, when the environment signals through countless subtle cues that all is well, this system releases a cascade of calming signals throughout the body. The heart rate slows, beat by beat, growing steady and peaceful, like a drum keeping time to a lullaby. The breathing deepens, filling the lungs with ease and releasing with soft sighs. The muscles soften and release tension they may have held for hours without the dog even knowing. One of the key messengers in this calming process is a hormone called oxytocin. You may know it as the bonding hormone, the love hormone, the cuddle chemical that scientists have studied with such fascination. It is the same hormone released when mothers hold their young, when lovers embrace, when friends share a moment of true connection. It flows between beings who trust each other, who feel safe together, who have chosen each other. When your dog burrows close to you, when they press their warm body against yours and settle there with a sigh, oxytocin flows through both of you simultaneously. You calm them with your presence. They calm you with theirs. It is a beautiful exchange that happens without words, without effort, without even awareness. Studies have shown that when dogs and their humans gaze into each other's eyes, when they share that moment of quiet connection that needs no words, both experience a rise in oxytocin. This is remarkable because it is a feedback loop usually found only between mothers and infants, that most primal and powerful of bonds. It suggests that the bond between human and dog is truly special, truly mutual, truly unlike any other relationship between species. This same hormone increases when your dog feels the gentle pressure of a blanket around them, wrapping them in warmth and security, like a soft embrace that never ends, like being held through the long hours of the night by someone who will never let go. If you are enjoying this gentle journey into sleepy science, if these words are helping you and your companion find peace and stillness together, consider leaving a like and subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us create more peaceful moments for you and your furry friend, more evenings of quiet exploration into the wonderful world of canine behavior, more nights of restful sleep for both human and dog alike. Now let us continue our soothing exploration together. There is still so much gentle wonder to discover, so many more soft mysteries to unfold. The gentle pressure that dogs seek when burrowing has a scientific name: deep pressure stimulation. Researchers have studied it extensively, and what they have found is beautiful in its simplicity. This kind of touch, this constant, gentle, embracing pressure from all sides, activates the parasympathetic nervous system. This is the part of the body responsible for rest, for digestion, for healing, and for peaceful, restorative sleep. It is the opposite of the fight or flight response. It is the rest and restore response. When your dog feels that soft pressure all around them, their body receives a clear and ancient message. You are safe, you are held, you can let go of everything. This is why many dogs who feel nervous or uncertain, who startle at sounds or seem unable to settle, find such comfort in snug spaces or weighted blankets. The pressure tells their ancient brain that they are held, protected, safe from all that might worry them. It bypasses the thinking mind and speaks directly to the nervous system. It is the same reason swaddling calms human infants, why weighted blankets help anxious people sleep, why a hug can change everything in a difficult moment. Across species, across ages, across all the boundaries that seem to separate living beings, the message of gentle pressure is universal. We are not so different, really. We all need to feel held sometimes. We all need to feel safe. When your dog's parasympathetic system activates, when those calming signals begin to flow like a gentle river through their body, they enter what scientists call the rest and digest state. This is the body's mode of recovery, of rebuilding, of preparing for tomorrow. Blood flows away from muscles tensed for action and toward the organs of healing and restoration. The digestive system gently awakens to do its quiet work. The immune system strengthens, repairing what needs repair. The mind quiets its constant chatter, that endless stream of awareness that serves so well during waking hours. Dreams begin to form like gentle clouds on a summer evening, drifting through a mind finally at peace with the world. You can see this shift happen in real time if you watch carefully, if you quiet yourself and simply observe. Watch a restless dog, perhaps your own companion tonight, as they find their perfect burrow. The panting slows, breath by breath, then stops entirely. The eyes grow heavy, those beautiful eyes that watch you with such love and devotion. Blinks grow longer. The body seems to melt into the softness below, muscles releasing one by one like a gentle unwinding. The ears relax. The tail stills. Peace arrives like a warm tide, washing gently to shore, inevitable and complete and wonderful to witness. This is the magic of small spaces. This is the gift of feeling safe. This is what your dog needs from the world. Let us journey back now through the mists of time to understand the ancient rhythms that still flow through your dog's veins, like quiet rivers finding their way to the sea. Long before they shared our homes and our lives, long before carpets and couches and cozy beds existed, their ancestors lived in harmony with the wild world. They knew the seasons by heart, feeling them change in their bones before any calendar could tell them. They knew the land beneath their paws, every trail and stream and safe haven, and they knew with perfect certainty where to find shelter when the night grew long and the stars appeared. Wolves, the ancestors of all domestic dogs, are remarkably family-oriented creatures, far more gentle than old stories would have you believe. Forget the myths of harsh dominance and constant struggle, the alpha wolf fighting for power. Modern science has revealed a gentler truth, a more beautiful reality. Wolves live in close-knit groups, caring for one another with patience and tenderness, sharing food, sharing warmth, sleeping together through the coldest nights when the wind howls outside their shelter. There is no brutal hierarchy, only bonds of affection and gentle cooperation built over lifetimes. Only love, expressed in ways that wolves understand deeply. Modern research has shown us that wolf packs are simply families, much like our own in the ways that matter most. Parents and their offspring, aunts and uncles and cousins, all moving through the world together as one unit, one home, one heart, with many beats. The older wolves lead because they have experience and wisdom earned through years of living, because they know where the trails run and where the water flows and where danger might hide. The younger wolves follow because they are learning, because they trust those who have kept them safe since birth. It is not so different from any loving family, really. And this family structure is the very foundation of your dog's social heart, the reason they love you as they do. When night falls in the wild, when the sun drops below the horizon and shadows stretch long across the land, these families seek shelter together. They might rest in a natural hollow in the land, a gentle depression that blocks the cold wind. They might gather beneath the roots of an ancient tree, where earth and wood create a ready-made haven that has sheltered generations. Or they might return to a den they have dug into a hillside with their own strong paws, a home they know intimately. Together they are warm, body heat shared between them. Together they are safe, with many ears listening through the night. Together they face the darkness without fear. Your dog remembers this togetherness in their bones, in the ancient parts of their brain that have not changed despite all the years and generations of living with humans. When they press against you at night, seeking your warmth and your presence, they are not seeking dominance or testing boundaries or trying to be in charge. Those are old myths that modern science has gently but firmly set aside. They are simply being part of the pack, their pack of two or however many share your home. They are simply wanting to be close to those they love, because closeness means safety, and safety means peace, and peace means they can finally fully rest. In the wild, sleeping alone meant vulnerability, meant facing whatever the night might bring without any support. It meant facing the darkness without backup, without warning, without shared warmth when the temperature dropped and frost crept across the land. But sleeping with family changed everything. It meant shared warmth radiating from body to body, keeping everyone comfortable. It meant shared alertness, many ears listening for danger, many noses sampling the night air for any scent of concern. It meant shared breath in the darkness, a gentle rhythm of belonging that said, "We are together." This ancient wisdom still guides your dog to seek closeness with you, their chosen family, their beloved pack. Some breeds carry the denning instinct especially strong, shaped by generations of specific work and purpose that selected for certain behaviors. Terriers, bred to follow animals into burrows deep in the earth, are natural burrowers themselves in ways that sometimes surprise their owners. The instinct to enter small, dark spaces is written in their very name, in every fiber of their compact, determined bodies. Dachshunds, with their long bodies and short legs, were made for tunnels designed over generations to pursue quarry underground. Their tunnel-loving heritage makes them adore crawling under covers, seeking the darkness that their ancestors knew so well, finding comfort in spaces that might seem too tight to us. Northern breeds like Huskies and Malamutes may dig in their beds with particular enthusiasm, turning circles and scratching at fabric with paws that remember colder lands. They are echoing ancestors who dug through snow to create insulated sleeping hollows in the frozen wilderness, scooping out the white powder to form a shelter. Those snowy dens, with walls of white and a ceiling of cold sky, kept generations of sled dogs warm through Arctic nights when temperatures dropped far below zero. Even in your warm home, with its central heating and soft carpets and comfortable climate, they honor traditions from the frozen north. They remember the snow, even if they have never seen it fall. It lives in their very bones. Whatever your dog's heritage, whatever breeds flow through their blood, in whatever combination, these ancestral memories live within them like a gentle song passed down through countless generations of dogs before them. And when they burrow and nest, when they circle and dig and finally settle, with that contented sigh that signals rest has finally arrived, they are singing along to melodies written before humans had words for music, before we knew what songs were. They are honoring ancestors they never met, but somehow know in the deepest parts of themselves. This is the magic that lives within your sleeping friend, ancient and beautiful and utterly natural. There is something deeply soothing about darkness for our canine companions, something that speaks to the oldest parts of their being in a language that bypasses thought. When they burrow under blankets or seek the shadow beneath furniture, when they tuck themselves into closets or corners away from the light, they are responding to an ancient call that predates our species entirely. They are listening to wisdom older than humans, older than houses, older than fire. Darkness means rest. Darkness means safety. Darkness means the busy, stimulating world has grown quiet and still, and now sleep can safely come. Dogs' eyes are different from ours in fascinating ways that science has only recently begun to fully understand. They have a special reflective layer behind their retinas called the tapetum lucidum, which bounces light back through their visual receptors a second time, helping them see in conditions that would leave us nearly blind. This is why their eyes seem to glow in photographs, why they shine when light catches them at night. But this marvelous adaptation also means that bright light can be more intense for them than it is for us. What seems normal to you, comfortable levels of illumination, might feel glaring to your dog. Gentle dimness is their natural comfort zone, the level of light that lets their sensitive eyes truly relax and rest. When your dog seeks the cool darkness under a bed or desk, when they slip into the shadowy space behind the couch where the light rarely reaches, they are finding relief from the visual stimulation of the world. Modern life is bright, so much brighter than the natural world where their ancestors lived. Screens glow in every room. Lights flicker and change. Sunshine pours through windows in streaming rays. In that soft shadow, in that gentle dimness, their nervous system can finally quiet down. The endless parade of movement and light pauses, and peace settles over them like a soft blanket that asks nothing and gives everything. The darkness beneath the blanket also holds warmth close to their body, creating a perfect microclimate of comfort that feels like home. Dogs maintain a body temperature of about 101 to 102 degrees Fahrenheit, slightly warmer than our own bodies. Cocooned in fabric, their own warmth reflects back to them like a gentle embrace that never lets go, that holds them through the hours of sleep. The blanket becomes a second skin, holding heat close, telling every part of their body through that warmth that they are safe and protected and exactly where they should be. This is why dogs often burrow more in cooler weather, why they disappear under covers when autumn comes and the air grows crisp and emerge again in spring when warmth returns. They are simply seeking that perfect temperature, that ideal warmth that tells their body everything is right with the world. In their blanket burrow, they find their own personal summer, a small season of warmth that belongs only to them. They create a small pocket of comfort in a cool room, just as their ancestors created warm hollows in cold earth 10,000 years ago. The instinct serves them well, even now, even in homes with central heating. Sound, too, becomes muffled in these cozy spaces, softened by the layers of fabric surrounding your sleeping friend like acoustic insulation. The world's noises, which can be so overwhelming to sensitive canine ears that hear everything, grow distant and gentle. The rumble of traffic outside becomes a faraway murmur. The hum of appliances doing their work fades to almost nothing. The countless tiny sounds of modern life that we barely notice but that can keep a dog on alert. All of these fade to a gentle whisper when your dog is wrapped in their blanket cocoon, as if the world has turned down its volume just for them. Dogs hear frequencies we cannot perceive, sounds that exist beyond the range of human hearing entirely. Their remarkable ears detect sounds up to 65,000 hertz, while ours stop at around 20,000. Imagine how busy the world must sound to them, how full of tiny noises that we never notice because we simply cannot hear them. The hum of electronics running in every room. Distant sirens too faint for our ears, but clear to theirs. the movement of small creatures in walls and under floors. A burrow offers blessed quiet, a refuge from this constant symphony that never stops playing. Beneath blankets, their sensitive ears can finally rest. In their quiet, dark retreat, all senses find rest, one by one, like instruments in an orchestra falling silent at the end of a symphony. The eyes, so sensitive to light, close into peaceful darkness and see nothing but the inside of their eyelids. The ears, always alert for sounds, settle into muffled quiet and can finally stop listening. The nose, always working, always sampling the air, can focus only on the familiar, comforting scent of their own bedding, of you, of home, and love. The skin feels only the soft touch of beloved blankets, no unexpected sensations. The mind can finally, peacefully, completely let go of everything. This is the gift of small spaces, the true treasure that your dog seeks when they burrow and nest and disappear into their cozy retreats. They offer a break from the overwhelming richness of the sensory world, a pause from the constant flood of information that their sensitive bodies receive every waking moment. For a creature as aware as your dog, with senses far sharper than your own, this retreat is not hiding, or fear, or avoidance. It is not running away from anything. It is healing. It is restoration. It is peace in its purest form, freely chosen and deeply needed. In our modern homes, filled with furniture and fabric and 1,000 soft surfaces, dogs find countless ways to honor their burrowing instincts. Watch closely over the coming days, and you will see this ancient behavior adapted to couches and cushions, laundry baskets filled with warm clothes, and soft piles of freshly washed bedding. Every soft surface becomes a potential den. Every gap becomes a potential refuge. Their creativity in finding cozy spots never ceases to amaze. The space between couch cushions becomes a canyon of comfort for your exploring companion, warm and snug on both sides, with soft fabric pressing gently against their fur. The gap behind pillows transforms into a mountain shelter, protected and perfect and impossible for you to have planned. Your dog sees the furniture not as you do, not as chairs and sofas and beds purchased for their intended purposes, but as a landscape of potential dens, each one promising rest and safety. They are explorers of comfort, true pioneers of coziness, mapping the cozy terrain of your home with expertise born of instinct. Some dogs become true architects of comfort, dedicated designers of their own perfect spaces, rearranging blankets and pillows with their noses and paws until everything is just exactly right. They may spend several minutes preparing their space, pushing fabric here and pulling it there, circling and testing and adjusting. And this preparation itself is calming, a meditative ritual of making that engages their mind in peaceful ways. The ritual soothes before the rest even begins, like a prayer before sleep. In the act of creating their nest with such care, they find the first layers of peace settling over them. Dog beds with raised edges, sometimes called bolster beds or donut beds in pet stores, appeal to this instinct beautifully. The soft walls provide a sense of enclosure, a gentle boundary between the dog and the wider room with all its activity, while remaining open above for air and sight and easy escape if needed. Many dogs will press their backs against these edges, feeling held without feeling trapped, secure without being confined. The raised rim becomes a pillow for their weary head, a wall to lean against, a boundary that says, "Here is your space, and it is yours alone." Cave-style beds, with their enclosed tops and cozy interiors, offer an even more den-like experience for dogs who crave true enclosure on all sides. Dogs who love to burrow often adore these little shelters, disappearing inside to find their own private universe of calm where the outside world cannot reach them. From within, they can watch the world through the entrance while remaining wrapped in soft, protective fabric on all other sides, unseen until they choose to emerge. It is the modern equivalent of a wolf's den, sized perfectly for a beloved companion, and many dogs become deeply attached to these special spaces. Crates, when introduced with patience and kindness over time, when associated only with good things like treats and meals and peaceful naps, and never with punishment or isolation, can become beloved dens for many dogs. With a soft bed inside and a blanket draped over the top and sides to create darkness, the crate transforms into a sanctuary unlike any other, a place that is entirely, wonderfully their own, a place where no one will disturb them, a place where they can retreat when the world grows too busy, too loud, too much for their sensitive souls. Under desks and tables, dogs find ready-made dens that require no construction, no rearranging, no effort at all on their part. The legs become walls, sturdy and reliable and unchanging. The top becomes a ceiling, a protective roof that shields them from the wider room. In these improvised shelters, discovered through exploration, they can rest while still feeling connected to the family moving around them. They can hear the voices, sense the presence of their loved ones nearby, while remaining in their own cozy cave, watching feet pass by. It is the best of both worlds, solitude and togetherness at once, perfectly balanced. Closets and corners hold special appeal for many dogs, offering protection that the open spaces of a room simply cannot provide. These spaces offer walls on multiple sides, reducing the directions from which the unexpected might approach to just one manageable angle. In a corner, your dog can rest with their back protected by solid walls that will not change or shift or surprise them, facing the world with calm confidence. It is a strategic choice, really, born of ancient wisdom about safety and awareness. Even the most pampered dog, spoiled with treats and belly rubs, carries within them the instincts of a careful survivor. Your bed, of course, holds special meaning above all other resting places in your home. It carries your scent, the most comforting aroma in your dog's entire world, woven into every fiber, every thread, every fold of the fabric. When they burrow into your blankets, they are wrapping themselves in the essence of their favorite person, surrounding themselves with you even when you are not physically there. They are wrapping themselves in love itself, in the smell of belonging. This is why they gravitate to your pillow, to your side of the bed, to the places where your scent is strongest and most concentrated. Now let us think about how we can honor this beautiful instinct in our dogs, how we can help them feel the safety and comfort they so naturally seek from the world around them. Understanding their need for cozy spaces allows us to become better companions to them, to speak their ancient language of comfort in modern ways they can understand. When we provide what they need, when we recognize what they are seeking and offer it freely, the bond between us grows stronger and deeper. We show them that we understand. We show them that we care enough to pay attention. Begin by observing where your dog naturally chooses to rest when given freedom to choose. Do they seek tight spaces, wedging themselves into corners and crevices? Or do they prefer open ones, stretching out in the middle of the floor? Do they burrow under things, diving beneath blankets and pillows? Or do they curl against them, pressing their back to something solid? Their choices reveal their unique preferences, their personal dialect of comfort. Each dog is an individual with their own language of peace. Once you understand their preferences, offer them options that honor what they need. A bed with raised edges in one room for when they want to feel enclosed but still see the world. A blanket they can burrow under in another for those deeper retreats. A crate with the door always open in a quiet corner for when they need true solitude. Let them choose and respect their choices without question. They know what they need better than we ever could. Place their special spaces in areas where they can feel part of the family while still having some privacy, some separation from the constant flow of household life. Dogs are social creatures who want to be near their people even when resting. They want to hear your voice, to sense your presence, to know that you are close, but they also need moments of quiet retreat. A corner of the living room often works beautifully, offering both connection and peace. Consider the temperature of their chosen spots, as this matters more than we might think. Dogs generally prefer sleeping areas that are slightly cooler than we might choose for ourselves, around 65 to 75 degrees. Their fur provides insulation that we lack. Good airflow helps them breathe easily beneath blankets. Comfortable bedding helps them regulate their warmth, trapping just enough heat without becoming too warm. Watch where they rest in summer versus winter, and you will learn their temperature preferences. Scent matters deeply to your dog, more deeply than we can fully understand. Their sense of smell is tens of thousands of times more sensitive than ours. Bedding that carries your smell or their own familiar scent provides enormous comfort, like being surrounded by family. Resist the urge to wash their bedding too often, to remove what might seem like odor to you, but is home to them. To your dog, those scents are comfort. Those scents are love made physical. For dogs who love to burrow, who disappear completely under covers, provide blankets that are light enough to breathe through, but substantial enough to feel cozy and present. Fleece is often a wonderful choice, soft and warm and breathable. Some dogs prefer heavier quilts that provide that gentle, calming pressure we spoke of earlier, that deep pressure stimulation that tells their nervous system all is well. Observe what your dog seems to prefer and provide accordingly. When your dog retreats to their special space, honor that choice with quiet respect. This is not the time for play or pets or asking them to move for your convenience. Unless they seek you out, let them be. Their burrow is their sanctuary, their private place in a busy home. Respecting it builds trust between you, trust that deepens with every quiet moment you give them. They learn that you understand their needs and will protect their peace. Children in the home can learn this gentle lesson too, and it will serve them well throughout their lives. When the dog is in their special spot, that is quiet time, that is private time. The dog is asking for space, and we give it freely and kindly. This teaches children about kindness and respect for other beings' needs, about consent and boundaries in a way they can understand. Both child and dog benefit from this understanding. Both grow in empathy. And now, dear friend, as we near the end of our gentle journey together, let us begin to slow even further still. Let the words grow softer, barely whispers now, as peaceful as the breathing of your sleeping companion. Let the pauses grow longer, filled with nothing but stillness and the quiet sounds of rest. Let the world grow quieter still, fading to nothing but this moment, this breath, this peace. The science has been shared, the facts and wonders explored. The ancient wisdom has been honored, the ancestors remembered with love. The stories have been told. Now there is only softness and stillness and the slow approach of peaceful sleep. Your dog knows what they need. They have always known, without being taught, without being shown, without ever reading a book or hearing a lecture. The wisdom of 10,000 generations flows through them like a quiet river that knows its way to the sea, guiding them to warmth, to safety, to the perfect place to rest. They do not question this wisdom or analyze it or wonder if it is correct. They do not doubt it. They simply follow it with their whole being, and in following it, they find peace. Trust in their ancient knowing as completely as they trust in you. Feel your own breath now, wherever you rest, slow and steady like a gentle tide, rolling in and out upon a peaceful shore. Notice how it begins to match the rhythm of your resting companion, how your bodies synchronize without effort or thought, without any conscious intention, in and out together, rising and falling together. In this moment, you share something ancient, something that goes back to those first fires when humans and dogs discovered each other. You share the peace of creatures who have found shelter together. You share the calm of belonging to one another. The world outside continues on, as it always does and always will, busy and bright and full of motion and noise and endless things happening. But here, in this moment, in this soft space you share with your beloved friend, there is only calm, only the warmth between you, radiating gently, only the soft weight of a beloved companion nearby, their presence a comfort that needs no explanation, only peace, only rest, only the quiet love that needs no words to be felt in every fiber of your being. Let everything else fade away into the distance. Let your thoughts grow soft and hazy now, like clouds on a summer afternoon, drifting slowly across a peaceful sky without any destination. Let them drift without direction, without purpose, without any need to hold them or follow them. There is nowhere to be but here, in this moment, in this breath. Nothing to do but rest, to breathe, to simply be exactly as you are. The night is kind, and sleep is very near now, just beyond the edge of waking. Let it come, welcome it, surrender to it. Your companion sighs beside you, or perhaps nearby in their own soft spot, releasing the last of the day's energy in one long, slow exhale that seems to carry all tension away. In that sigh is contentment that goes beyond words, beyond any language you could speak. In that sigh is trust deeper than any promise that could ever be made. In that sigh is the knowledge that they are exactly where they belong, safe and warm and loved beyond measure. With you, always with you, now and forever. The stories of ancestors fade into dreams now, becoming part of the peaceful imagery that drifts through sleeping minds, like leaves floating on a still pond. The science becomes starlight, scattered across the dark sky of rest, beautiful but no longer needing to be understood, only felt. All that remains is the simple truth that has always been, since those first nights by ancient fires when a wolf first chose to stay near a human. Two hearts resting together, two beings sharing warmth through the gentle night. This is enough. This is everything anyone could ever need. Sleep now, gentle friend. You and your beloved companion, together in the peaceful darkness that holds you both like a gentle hand. Dream of soft places and warm burrows and sunlight filtering through leaves in a forest that exists only in the deepest sleep. Dream of ancestors running free under ancient stars, wild and beautiful and at peace with all the world. Dream of love that spans thousands of years, connecting all who have ever rested together, human and dog, through all of time. Sleep, rest, peace. The night holds you both now, safe and warm. All is well. All has always been well. Sleep.